Hey guys, it's Rahul, and today I wanted to talk about Jim Rogers' prediction about the gold price of $900 an ounce. He's gone on all these news networks or market sites and also on television stating that he wouldn't be surprised if gold goes down to $900 an ounce, and he said that it could be a few years. It sounds ridiculous, right? And I've seen some comments where I said that, hey, you know what, it could go to 890 or around there or 900, and silver could get smashed to levels that we wouldn't think. It wouldn't make sense based on how much it costs to produce gold and silver. I get that. You have the same thing in oil though, where oil went to I think 30 to 35 to $40 a barrel in 2008, 2009, and then it bottomed out. This was probably way below the cost of production for oil, but it shot right back up right after he had all these crazy stimulus programs. But anyways, I stated that there could be many reasons why the price of gold could hit to 890, 900. You see a sudden move in interest rates, you see a slowdown in China, and this goes on and on. But I've always stated in these videos that China, look out for China because they're slowing down. This may be the reason why you're seeing the price of gold getting pummeled. And some other people may say, hey, manipulation, this and that. All markets are rigged. We have to put that into consideration. I listened to King World News. I listened to SGT, Brother John F., Silver Doctor. I listened to all these guys, okay? So I'm listening to the same thing you guys are talking about or you guys follow. But in my opinion, there's more to what these silver guys are talking about, gold guys are talking about. In my opinion, it is China. That's one of the reasons that's pushing it down, and also interest rates rising. But I do believe that this bull market will continue. I keep mentioning China, how they're slowing down. And now you're seeing a picture of prices that I deal with from time to time. This is one of my tasks actually during my day job. I have many sophisticated tasks and I have some simple tasks at work. This is one of my simple tasks. I have to do the billing for the extra paper that is at our firm, and we sell that to a recycling company. And these were the prices in June 2010. Okay? And we sell it price per ton, okay? If you're looking at some of these prices, just look at them. Just look at the top line, baled hard white. So it's $480 per tub in June 2010, roughly 3 years back. And with this recycling company, the thing is that they deal a lot with China. And now I'm going to show you what has happened right now. Okay, now fast forward to July 2013. Look at the baled hard white. I told you it was around 480. I don't remember the top of my head. Now it's 245 price per ton based on the paper that we sell to them. And like I told you before, a lot of the paper that this company takes goes over to China. Okay? So the Chinese mills out there, or the Chinese companies that this recycling company is dealing with, they're charging a much lower price than around 3 years ago. I cannot show you the full invoice just because of privacy reasons and whatnot. I'm just showing you a snapshot. I'm not showing you a lie. This is the actual truth. And this got me wondering, okay, on the job, why are these prices going down so much? I mean, yeah, Europe's going into a sluggish manner, or they're facing a downward trend in terms of their GDP. We know that. We know that there's slow growth in some parts of Europe. But the other part was China, right? And what's happened for the past few years for gold? It hit 1900-ish, and it's gone all the way down to around 1275 to right now. So what could that mean? It could mean that there's a shift in the cyclical movement when it comes to the business cycle, when it comes to precious metals. I know it sounds crazy. And some of you guys may say, hey, you're just looking at one aspect. You're just looking at prices based on recycling, that you're dealing with one firm that's selling to China. That is a good point. But at the same time, look at the numbers in China. I mean, they were growing over 10% a year a few years back, and now it's 7.5%. And if you look at some experts in China, or some China experts, I think his name is Gordon Chang. He goes on the mainstream media from time to time, and he's saying that growth is probably 3.5%. I mean, you have to remember, governments always rig their books when it comes to GDP calculations, unemployment numbers, and whatnot. And I wouldn't be surprised if the actual growth in China, or the GDP numbers, are somewhere around 3 to 5%. But that being said, what could take the price of gold and silver going down? It's going to have to be a crash in China, and we're witnessing slow growth right now. There's no doubt about that. In addition, what I didn't mention is that we see these ghost cities in China right now. I first was introduced to this, I think it was WorldNet Daily's Jerome Corsi. He had this one article about ghost cities, or it was his red alert, and he talked about these ghost cities in China and how there are problems in China and whatnot. That opened my eyes. So it made sense why the prices of where I was working at for the recycling paper, or to recycle this paper, these prices went down. So if you put everything together, you see the slowdown all around the world. You see the Chinese situation getting a little worse than it was a few years back. They're growing at a slower rate. In addition, they had the Shibor shock, or the Shibor rates popped up, I think a month and a half ago. Put all this together, what could gold and silver be telling you? Some people may say, hey, it's manipulation. I say it's more than that. My opinion has to deal with A, higher rates, B, China slowing down, the rest of the world slowing down. I could be wrong, sure, but I want your opinions, guys. What the hell is going on with gold and silver? And do you think that it could go down to the level that Jim Rogers said of $900? I did a more detailed analysis in one of my previous videos about how it could go to $890. I know it sounds crazy, but if it does go to that level, it's not going to be there long. And I do believe, like Jim Rogers is saying, that this bull market will continue. Anyways, guys, comment below, hit the like button, and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll talk to you another time.